with Donnie Lux. Yes. There are so many ways to get yourself into the Hockey Hall of Fame. We got cowbells. Are those Afton parents? Is that what they are with the cowbells? Woo! All right. What's going on? All right, there's so many ways to get yourself into the Hockey Hall of Fame. So many are deserving. While I know some of you out there are asking, how the hell did he get in? I know you're saying it. But you won't be saying that about Donnie Lux. One of the most generous and loyal people we've ever seen when it comes to St. Louis hockey. Few people love the game as much as Donnie. And few, if any, truly step up and support the game of hockey like Donnie Lux. And while he has many names, Donnie, Donn with two N's, it's not Donald, it's Donn with two N's. His wife calls him shithead. You can call him that, he said, too. His words, not mine. You could add Grandpa to the list. He's now a grandpa, so give it up for Grandpa Lux. A lot of people simply know Donnie as friend, because he's a friend to everyone. Lux makes his presence felt in the game of hockey at just about every level, from ownership with Sioux City in the USHL to maybe his most significant contribution, which has come through his involvement with the St. Louis Blues ownership group, which helped bring the first ever Stanley Cup to St. Louis. Were you there for that? Do you remember that? Making sure. Donnie serves on several boards, including the Blues for Kids, the Legacy Ice Foundation, which is responsible for developing the Centene Community Ice Center. The list of charitable contributions is entirely too long to name them all, but a few that stand out include the St. Louis Blues alumni. We've got a bunch of you here tonight. We love seeing that. Maryville hockey. Welcome to Division I, Maryville, if anybody's here representing Maryville. The Centene Community Ice Center. The refurbishment of Steinberg Ice Rink. Blues for Kids, as well as the Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame. I couldn't be prouder to welcome Donnie Lux to the St. Louis Amateur Hockey Hall of Fame.
I got all kinds of stuff. Hello, good evening. Oh man, can you guys hear me all right? I need a riser here so they can see me. Well, it's great to see everybody here. A special shout out to my friend Mark, who surprised me. He's been a lifelong buddy of mine. He's been sick for a number of years, and he's an incredible inspiration to me and all of my buddies that are here. So Mark, thank you for taking the time to come out and be with us. Appreciate it. Wherever Scotty Rupp is, I wanted to make sure to thank Rupper and the Hall of Fame. This is a wonderful honor, and I can't thank you enough. Congratulations to all of you up here with me, especially the big rig here. Game 7, double overtime. I think I remember that. I'm honored and humbled to be part of this group. I also want to thank my family and friends, all my hockey buddies that are here, not only for being here to support me, but to support the whole organization. Thanks to my wife, Michelle, for that program article she wrote. That guy she wrote about seems like a great guy. I'm not sure who he is, but I'd like to meet him someday. Our boys, Andrew and Philip, are here, along with their wives. Nicole, very pregnant with grandbaby number 2, and Annie. So thanks to all of you for being here and for all of the love and support. So until Rupper told me about this induction, and I tried to lobby to just go in and not give a speech, and he said, no, that's not happening. So I hadn't really taken the time to stop and reflect on my hockey life within our community and beyond. As I looked over the list of the members of the Hall of Fame, I was shocked as I realized the number of Hall of Famers that had touched my life through my hockey journey, and how much hockey actually was part of my life and is part of my life. 38 people in total. Mr. Steggy, who's here tonight, Mr. Herster, Mr. Olson, Mr. Whitworth, Mr. Murray, the Solomon family, just to name a few. The list goes on and on. And many of them I was honored to play with their sons, the Olson brothers, the Murray brothers, Sid Solomon, and Steve Herster, who's also here tonight and still one of my closest friends, because in high school he always passed me the puck. So I haven't forgotten that. Shoot the puck. People often ask me when I started playing hockey, and I really don't remember. I don't even remember learning to skate, and I know some of you bozos out there will say I never really did learn how to skate. I just remember two events, and perhaps this is when it all began. The first occurred on October 11th, 1967, as a 7-year-old with my blue blazer and clip-on tie, walking into the old arena with my dad to see the first Blues game. The other event is perhaps playing mite hockey at Shaw Park at the ripe age of 7, and Mr. Olson screaming at us all day long. When thinking about this honor in my hockey life, I wondered why I have loved this game so much and the people around it, and why Michelle and I continue to give back in so many ways. I thought about a road trip I took last year with the Blues. They were going to the West Coast, to Utah, and to Las Vegas, and I had never been to the Utah rink, and of course I can't pass up a trip to Vegas with the team. So in Utah, I was attending the morning skate. Then I asked one of the guys in the loading area, I said, "Hey, how are you today, and how do you like hockey so far?" I thought it was a fitting question, since the Mammoth were a new team there and it was a new sport. He replied, "What is it with you hockey guys?" And I thought, oh shit, what did I do? Then he says, "Everyone is so nice and respectful." He went on to say, the NBA guys come in here with their sunglasses, their headphones, they come in with an entourage, and they don't say a word. You guys all say hello. You ask me about my family, wonder how my day is going, and so on. It's incredible. And thinking more about that exchange, that connected me back to my own experiences, and it started to make some sense. You see, most players at the NCAA, junior, and certainly at the NHL level left home at a young age to go play juniors in places like Windsor, Moose Jaw, Medicine Hat, and Lloyd, maybe even Sioux City, right? Living with a complete stranger, going to a strange and new school, they learn from a young age about respect and appreciation. They learn about how important it is for those around you to support you and help. They realize they cannot do it alone. For me, I never played at that level, but did experience something similar when I played for the Rainbow Rockets. And that's where I first met Rupper. You guys can all boo now about the Rainbow Rockets if you want to. My little striped skates with the white numbers on them, it was beautiful. On our road trips to Omaha, Des Moines, Chicago, Minneapolis, and other cities, we wouldn't stay at hotels. We would stay with a player on a family and a player on the other team. It was awesome. I have wonderful memories from those days. By the end of the weekend, we were buddies with all the people, all the players on the other team. Their parents would feed us, take us out, and welcome us as part of their family. And we would do the same when they came to play us. We learned mutual respect, humility, and appreciation by just experiencing it firsthand. Not really knowing at the time, but it sticks with you. It becomes part of your core, as it has for me. I know no other way. Then we get old. I'm not sure we ever grow up, just ask our wives. But we have a family and kids. We become coaches. We teach the game, and this all gets passed down, at least we hope. Speaking of staying at homes of the other team, many years ago I was at Hardy's Iceplex watching a game, and Mr. Morehouse, who many of you remember, says to me, "Hey Luxie, your family's in the booze business, right?" Of course I said yes. He says, "I have a question. Some kid from St. Louis stayed at my house in 1973 when my son was playing for the Minor Hawks and we were playing the Rainbow Rockets. He left me this hockey player liquor bottle as a gift, and I still have it. Any idea who that kid was?" Well, true story. It was me. Of course. And I did not remember either, but I had stayed at his house. I told him, look at the bottom, designed in 1971 by Mr. Paul Lux. Yeah, so my dad, oh, we can put it back down now. So my dad made these bottles for all NHL and NFL teams, and it was the first product we sold nationally. And as such, began to open doors for all of our other products that were so instrumental in the overall success of the business. Speaking of my late father, Paul Lux, and my late mother, Ann, thanks to them for not just hauling me here, there, and everywhere for hockey, and to my dad for coaching and shagging pucks, but for the example they set by understanding and teaching me how important it is to give back to our community. When I returned to St. Louis in 1987 to work with my dad, we agreed to donate a certain percentage of our earnings every year to our foundation and then forward on to charities. And we never wavered, not once. Nearly 35 years in a row. It was that important to us, and it remains that important to me and my family today. When I sold most of Luxco 5 years ago, Michelle and I established and funded a foundation of our own. It's hard for me to put into words the joy we reap when we are able to give back and help others. When I look around this room tonight, I don't see a Hall of Fame made up of individual accomplishments. I see coaches who gave their time, parents who drove thousands of miles, teammates who have become lifelong friends, officials, volunteers, fans, and people who simply cared enough to make this game better for someone else. I'm incredibly grateful that hockey has been such a big part of my life. It has given me friendships that I will cherish forever, lessons that have shaped who I am, and opportunities to give back to a community that has given so much to me. So to everyone who has been part of my hockey journey, whether you taught me, coached me, I coached you, played with me, played against me, worked beside me, or simply encouraged me along the way, thank you. This honor belongs as much to you as it does to me. Congratulations again to all of you up here with me. Thank you to the Hall of Fame for preserving these stories and this tradition. And thanks to all of you for being here and for continuing to make hockey the special game that it is. I am truly honored. Cheers.